Whoop, whoop. What's up, Bearcats? It's Monday night. We're here. We're hanging. We're chilling for the HMG Monday Night Watch-Along. Ooh, almost got a tongue twister. The Money Locker Room was earlier today. My bad.
It was not. You are wrong.
Oh, my bad. I apologize then.
Yeah. So, programming notes as we get going. I know we're here for a little bit of Raw, but this is really the pre-party, the kickoff for the Impact attack. Really, this is what it is. Get everybody hyped. We are coming off the heels of Saturday night's main event. Hey, we got to watch that together, man. I love that show.
It was a fun show.
Reviewed it today. Available now here on the channel. I believe it'll still be up there for a little bit before it makes its way over to Channel Attitude. It was a Smack Attack special Saturday night main event review show. So we broke it all down, Jimmy T and I. Unfortunately, we did that at noon. I was going to roll right into Monday Locker Room with Ben, and we had some major technical issues there in the studio. Oof. So we're going to get that all fixed. We could have got something out. It just wasn't going to be of the quality of Ben's liking. So we're going to get that fixed and go at it for a special Taco Tuesday record of the Monday Locker Room.
Nice. Give me some tacos, pal.
Mm-hmm. Pringles tonight, but...
But yeah, like usual, this will end about 9:15 Eastern Time, 9:15 Eastern Time, 8:15 Central Time. Yeah, because that's when we go about around 8:30, 9:30 is when we go live with the Impact Attack.
Hey, a lot to dissect, a lot to digest, a lot to be excited about with the conversation for the Impact Attack. To hear what you guys think, man. Just Under Siege. Big premium event this past weekend, but the biggest news, man, I don't want you guys to give anything away. You got to stay tuned to get those takes, but hey, man, internet wrestling community buzzing about Trick Williams taking the TNA Heavyweight Championship, man.
That is something that would have never go back in time 10 years. Who would have thought that was going to happen?
Actually, is Trick only the second person to hold both of those championships? The NXT and the TNA?
I don't think that.
I know Dolph Emmett has done it. Because he just held the TNA, and before he exited WWE, he did make a stop at NXT and took that title off of Braun Breaker.
Oh, you're talking about people who have
held both of those titles.
Okay, Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode, okay. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I knew there was a lot of individuals that had come over. I got Samoa Joe as well.
Yep, Samoa Joe.
I mean, it's got to be a pretty short list. I'm just kind of curious because a lot of guys have come over and have won gold in WWE, but not so many have held that NXT championship. That's the trick in the thing. Trick is so meh now. Come on, man. I think there's a lot of intrigue in that story.
Let's talk about it.
Possibility going forward. And to me, really, and again, I'm going to be tuning in tonight, eager to get the vet's take on this thing. But where's this leave Joe Henry? You know, he was riding that star, baby. That dream machine in the Rumble, competing for the NXT championship at WrestleMania. Had his own WrestleMania T-shirt. And now you got to believe he's going to be, he goes and wins for his hometown, his home team, wins that championship. Now you got to believe he might be alienated from that locker room. He let that entire company to hand over the championship to somebody else. Is he going to be welcome inside WWE right now? Or is he on his own island?
They should play that up. Hey, you're the dude who lost the TNA title to an NXT talent or NXT wrestler. Yeah, they should absolutely play that up.
Well, and, maybe if he would have been a little more focused, wouldn't have been playing grab ass with WWE, doing all that other outside stuff. Maybe he would have been more focused on protecting their championship inside their brand. Maybe they're glad that he's gone. Maybe they welcome Trick into their arms. Yeah, maybe some will, some won't.
We'll see how it plays out. First one we'll see is tomorrow night on NXT.
Now, I haven't read any of the spoilers on it, without maybe giving anything away, how did they handle that with their tapings, with the TNA tapings on Saturday? Just not mentioned?
That's a good question. I do not know. I've not heard anything. So I know tomorrow's NXT, I think, is going to be a live show.
Trick is the only one who has done it while in NXT. That's a good point. So yeah, there's a little history made there. Well, again, he joins a pretty short list of very talented individuals that have held both of those. Seth Rollins, the New Dangerous Alliance, aka NDA. We can't talk about it. The new addition. All right, so we're going to find out exactly why Bronson Reed is with Seth Rollins, and it's got to be pretty simple to explain. Seth Rollins felt firsthand the power, the intensity, the destruction that Bronson Reed is capable of. If you can control an animal, a beast, if you can get the boulder to roll in your direction, that's exactly what you do.
Yeah, remember that wasn't remember the 2-man power trip with Stone Cold and Triple H?
Mm-hmm.
And that was directly asked to Austin. And he was like, yeah, this guy is a psychopath that tried to kill me. Don't you want him as an ally?
No saying about friendship right now, boys. This is about the future of the business. Get them dogs out. Well, I think it's weird how these timings are each week. I think we're almost identical today.
Yeah, pretty close.
That Terminator would tell you that the answer to that question is Ron Granger. And I'll put both my reputation and the reputation of this visionary on the line tonight. That's not a prediction. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a damn spoiler. Gentlemen.
All right, here we go. Let's get to the official explanation.
No, he's up from Tsunami. He's up by Rita Saturday Night Rita. Do you think they realize?
Did I lose you? All right, you're there. I thought I lost sound.
No, I think there's a story. I think what's going to happen is Santana's going to chase him and he's going to be the one that brings it back to TNA.
Come on to yourself. In no way is winning a championship belt burying a company. Not like they immediately threw it in the trash and dismissed everything. That match last night, Joe Henry representing TNA with that championship. That was the most eyes that have been on a TNA championship bout in the last decade, minimal combined. Tremendous exposure.
Is that the
As we were talking about, there's so much storyline potential there that they can unfold that's going to keep people on the edge there.
Yeah, is that the largest crowd the TNA title's been defended in front of?
Probably in a long, long time. I mean, going back, I mean, you got to remember at one point though, TNA, even in its entire existence, was a far distant, not from WWE. They were still pulling over 1 million viewers a week at one point.
Oh, dude, in 09, they're like middle of 09, they were doing over 2 million.
Right.
So that the trajectory of this industry going into the future is bigger than ever before. I give to you the most generous man I've ever met in my entire life. I give to you the epitome of the epiphany. I give to you a visionary. I give to you an architect. I give to you the future of this entire industry.
Oh, that green shirt at a Raw here. Now, I would say what they need to do, I don't think a title switch or a TNA champion losing to an NXT star, it really is going to affect a negative way a company. But what I would like to see is, and one of the things, if I'm trying to work out this deal, between TNA, between WWE, NXT, whatever the case might be, is I would like to see some mentions of how the hell you can find TNA wrestling on NXT programming.
That's true.
That's one thing you're not seeing. Even just to plug their socials, you don't see, you see very little of that, and I haven't seen any mention of their actual show. Granted, it's hard as hell to find Access TV, but
I know they should be. Isn't part of the partnership you kind of plugging each other?
oh, settle down, buddy. It's a family show. But yeah. I mean, and they do. They do in so many ways. They help them out.
I can go with that. Obafemi is dual champion.
I would have been. I mean, I'm not sitting there. I'm trying to defend that Trick as the ultimate decision. Obafemi is a freaking badass. They need to get him on a bigger platform immediately. Although he did seem a little gassed. I don't know. Maybe if he was battling something at the end of that match with Bourne, man. And Bourne. What a potential great future there, man. It's almost like eerie, the vibes you got of a young Randy Orton and everything that he does. You can tell that he's modeled his game after him and look everything. The only difference between Randy Orton and Miles Bourne?
Randy Orton hears voices and Miles Bourne can't hear shit.
Yeah. That was an easy one. Put that on the tee for you.
Dude, as soon as he said that about himself, I'm like, I like this dude. He doesn't take himself seriously.
Hey, you beat him to the punch on it, man. If you can't laugh at yourself,
It's like that one improv game that Ben talks about, the one where you basically you tell everything about yourself. It's like, yeah, what else you got? What can you tell me about me? I told you everything about me.
Now, what do we have? What is Rollins rambling on about here? What we got here? Trick's more better with the promos than anyone in NXT. Like Nation Rock. Yeah, I can see that. He does. Trick can talk. He's got a lot of intensity to him. Chat, fill it up here, man.
I believe they're saying love. Love you, Rollins.
Oh, duck you.
Yeah.
You duck like the bird.
Like the bird.
I mean, I think my phone always autocorrects too.
You are questioning my integrity. Right now, that's right. You're questioning my integrity. Need I remind you, less than 5 minutes ago, every single person in this city was singing my song.
All right, 16 minutes in. I know it's a little cliche for professional wrestling, especially WWE, but can we please get an interruption? Someone's music hit.
Yeah, this is running. This has lost the plot. Like he's not saying anything, just talking.
You people, you morons, don't even know. Right from left, you don't know what's good for you, but you telling me that I'm the bad guy here, that I don't deserve the power. I'm the only person who does. I'm the only person capable of leading this company into the future.
Yeah, a lot of just talking in circles here.
Of wielding that power. And that power comes through championships. And I'm standing
Oh, yeah, some good old Memorial Day eats, baby. Some cold-blooded, couple hamburgers, sucking down them hot dogs, some French fries, mac and cheese. Ooh, that sounds good, man. Hey, I had some pasta. I had really delicious pasta today. It's like an Italian pasta. We had pasta and burgers.
CM Punk found out on Saturday. Exactly what happens when you underestimate me.
Hey, earlier someone said that Jimmy T looks like Bronson Reed. I'm starting to see it now.
I found something more powerful than championships. I have found an object that allows me to control the fates of those championships.
All right, now we're finally getting to it. Yeah, you've been announced tonight for a Money in the Bank qualifier. We got 2 Money in the Bank qualifying matches tonight. We got a triple threat tag team match. What I'm looking forward to on this Memorial Day is a memorial service for Tozawa because Rusev should just flat out obliterate that little dude tonight.
The Money in the Bank contract, but here's the beauty of it.
Rest in peace, Tozawa.
I can do it whenever I will do it.
Yeah, cold-blooded right there, man. This is at minimum 5 minutes ago. It was just tune out.
Nobody who can stop me, and that is complete domination. That is total power.
I think he's got a long way to go, but Trick's got a really good upside to him.
Dude, get to the point, Seth.
Either do they want to run long tonight, or are they just really that short on shit? I just ran down a whole handful of stuff that got promoted.
I don't know.
And they didn't even do anything with this. No, I didn't say anything. And there was no intrigue. Nothing in this opening segment really got me overly hyped for Bronson Reed joining this trio or joining this group about their mission going forward. Didn't get me more excited for Money in the Bank, and it sure as hell didn't get me excited for a triple threat match that he's in later on. Oh, he shit up all right. He shit up the joint there. The lady in the front with the Becky Lynch here. I was thinking that was like a Who was it was like a Tamu version of Eva Marie. Yeah, dude. Rusev should immediately kick his freaking head off. Just get that match going right now. All right, we got a Money to Bank qualifying match. Is this going to be the Lucha ones? Yes, I believe it is. Here comes Penta. Dude, these triple threat Money to Bank qualifying matches suck.
Yeah, I never liked them. It seems more like an excuse to get people on TV, which is not a bad thing. Let people get on TV.
It's not an excuse to get people on TV. It's an excuse for lazy outs. Because I mean, in every one of these matches, you absolutely know who's the fall boy in the or girl in it. I mean, because it will be like, all right, this one right here.
Yeah, you know Penta ain't taking the pin.
Yeah, it's Penta, Chad Gable, and Dragon Lee.
Gee, I wonder who's eating the pin in that one.
Right? What the hell is it? Why is Dragon Lee even getting an opportunity at Money in the Bank?
No sense.
But every one of these has like, okay, regular use, stars, superstars. We this person. It's almost like in each one of those, one of the spots is given to they're still employed here.
Sometimes life is a way of surprising you. Thanks to Chime, you get fee-free overdrafts. Payday when you say. Payday when you say.
And yourself, you are really on Trick Williams, man. Is that you, Trick? Is that you, Trick? Yo, Trick.
We found his burner, pal.
Yeah, speaking of burners, I thought Jimmy was going to be here.
You're still trying to get that new place, right? Yeah. Well, check this. Table 5 was popping off.
He might. I sent him a link.
Match of the night, going back to NXT, man. I thought they had a great showing. They held my attention way more than AEW, because I had NXT on a big screen, NBA on a big screen, and then I had AEW on the laptop. Just went with the order of interest I had going into them, and it was very few times that I went to the AEW. Not that it was a bad show, it wasn't a knock. I was just more entertained by what else was going on. I think when it comes to the sports entertainment, I got to give a smidge to the NBA. That was the acronym that won the night. That NBA, man, that series between the Knicks and the Pacers has had it all. It's had stars, characters, storytelling, big spots, false finishes. That was a hell of a finish last night. Yeah, Stephanie and Jordan. That was a good one. That might have been my match of the night, the ladies' championship match.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is.
I thought the Oval match maybe went a little too long. Like I said, I felt like he got gas, and he usually doesn't. But you could even tell when he was doing his running things back and forth from corner to corner, man. He was it was like running in quicksand a little bit for him. He had trouble getting them legs going. Might have been under the weather or something like that.
Yeah, everyone hasn't been in this series, and I want to.
Here, and I'm betting rebound props on FanDuel. After all, I am the league's greatest rebounder. Ain't that right, Chuck TPT?
Yeah, luckily the Knicks did not go down 3-0. We'd have to be doing a health and wellness check on Big Ray up there.
No results found. Best TV personality? Top 1,000. What about celebrity golfer? You really want to know?
New customers spend $5 to get $200 in bonus bets if you win. FanDuel, America's
Chuck GPT.
WWE is coming to LA on Saturday, June 7th. That's a week from Saturday. The Worlds collide in Kia Forum and Money to Bank it into a dome.
Yeah, that's shaping to be kind of a fun show. Worlds collide.
Jimmy and I were talking about that today. I actually, I was going to ask you. I know you're kind of into that style a little bit more. You've worked some Mexico. There's things I'm interested to see how the companies exist together, how WWE blends in their spices into AAA, how they incorporate their sports entertainment mindset a little bit more, which I think that with Lucha Libre and sports entertainment will flow together. They will work pretty well together. It's certainly going to elevate the AAA production. They're going to be the best produced in that market south of the border there. But outside of that, I don't know, man. I'm not a Lucha Libre guy. I'm obviously going to check out that show to see what it's all about, but going forward, not overly excited here.
Apparently, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like Hendry, Moose, and the Nemesis are going to be on that show as well.
Really? Okay, that'd be good.
And plus, they did a little bit of build on at Battleground for Worlds Collide too.
A little tension here between the luchadors. You say, man, not really fair here for Chad Gable with these numbers. Moose had that great showing there in NXT. AAA going to have some women in the women's PLE. I can see that. Yeah, just to introduce some of those talents on that grander stage, show the global impact of women in the sport.
It's funny. He should just wrestle as a Monday Americano, but maybe at the
Jimmy and I had a great conversation too about that weekend as WWE will once again be running head-to-head with AEW. We debated if there's actually a promotional war. Jimmy was in a bit of favor of it. I'm not buying it. We do have we got a clip up on the Twix now. I got one on my YouTube account, or you can go back and listen to the show. But it's early on in the episode. We had this conversation.
Joined a Solo Sikoa, LA Knight from SmackDown, have already qualified. Tanner and Nash could change the trajectory of your family.
Nobody at NXT, especially yourselves, getting unscripted promos. They're running everything by everybody.
You're on Marquee. On top of the Marquee, you're making more money. You're changing everything for your life, for your legacy, for your family. Money in the bank. Oh, it kicked him with a kick right to the face.
All right, so immediately here, I'm not really intrigued about who goes to Money in the Bank. I guess in Penta, they want him in that style of that match, but isn't the intrigue inside of this triple threat we're watching more about Vikingo sitting at ringside and Chad Gable? Because they're going to have some kind of interaction.
Yeah, that would make the most amount of sense. Have that be kind of the story and that factor into the finish.
Yeah, so I mean, this Dragon Lee, I still don't think you had Chad Gable eat that finish, but I think that somehow he's going to be taken out of the finish here, so that they can build some extra heat there between him and the old Viking King, whatever the hell his name is. El Nino, Spanish for
the Nino.
The Nino. El Nino versus Ric Flair this week at the Sportatorium.
Couldn't tell you, pal. They just do.
We got a new Karate Kid.
Yes, of course I did.
So what everybody else? I know we saw, was it either Lab Rat or Cold Blood? Was it someone who was saying they had burgers? They were sucking down 5 pull-up.
Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded. Liz said she had some pasta salad. What about everybody else out there, man? What'd you do for your Memorial Day out there? Grilling season has officially begun. I know that they're saying summer is here, but I know where I'm at. Probably close to you. Probably about the same temperatures right now. This weekend was sunny. I got some sun out down at the track, but it was cold. It was sweatshirt weather all weekend.
Yeah, it was a nice chilly spring. Like, not one of those ones that's overwhelming, but like, no, you can go out and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it was nice. It's like, the breeze was a little chilly, but once that was down, it was nice. Track was packed. Lots of wrestling, man. When did Memorial Day weekend in the States become like the unofficial wrestling mat holiday? Tons of wrestling.
Don't forget to gather 2 of every animal, pal.
Yeah, Liz, I talked to some friends up there in Northern Ohio. I was asking, I got some buddies that have some bar restaurant venues. Obviously, they have outdoor right there on Lake Erie. Asked how their weekend was going, and they're ready for the patio season. That's where they make their money, but it's been a little chilly. They pushed it. They got some of the patio stuff going, but
I always dug those like patio outdoor places like that.
Frito pie. Hey, speaking of Frito pie and Wolf Brand chili, a lot of disappointment in the fandom world of King of the Hill, man. People are hungry, not just for that Wolf Brand chili, that Peggy's famous Frito pie, but where the hell is the reboot? Where is the sequel? Whatever the hell you want to call it, man. People want the return of King of the Hill. They gave us the release, the official graphic release. I guess there's on the 30th, maybe I heard. They keep, I don't know what's rumor in Indiendo, what's reality with it, but we did get an official graphic released by Hulu, kind of showing the upgrades, the changes in the King of the Hill world. They shut down the streets. They actually did shut down the streets here in Cincinnati. We had our Taste of Cincinnati this weekend. They shut down like half of downtown for a big food festival. Oh, big dart. Dragon Lee just turning his body into a 5'3", 120-pound dart. There we go.
And yes, Lab Red, they are picking up where they left, where the original King of the Hill ended, but it's gonna be like there's gonna be a time skip.
No, yeah. Well, it's not where they're not picking up where it ended.
It's like years after the original ended.
They're moving 8 years into the future. So the premise is that Bobby is now 21 years old. So they're about 7 to 8 years into the future. That's where they're aging. But now what year it's going to be is different, because in the poster, like, they've got Dale's wearing the VR goggles. He's actually vaping instead of smoking. Boomhauer's on the tablet. So you can he's probably doing some internet dating, swiping left or right. Bill's got the food delivery, the Megalo food delivery. And you got all the characters have got some kind of change, like a modern 2025 gimmick going with them, except for Hank. The only thing he's changed is his shirt.
Yeah, we shall see.
King of the Hill, we think of it not being his PC, but that was part of the charm with it, is typically those stories revolved around Hank in a very uncomfortable situation with his old school views, but would eventually come around to understanding a more modern thought. We could never see a reboot of Married with Children.
No.
That wouldn't fly. That would be impossible. I think The Office, some of that stuff would still fly today, but it is funny because I got YouTube videos. If you take especially the younger millennials and you show them shows from the 90s, how immediately, for us, man, they're absolute gold. They're treasures. Got a pin attempt here on Penta. Kick out. But these younger millennials are like completely turned off. Like, oh my God, Seinfeld is one that is like disgusting to him. Married with Children is disgusting. I think The Office was written smart enough though that it could protect itself.
Right to the nose of Chad Gable. There's nothing about it. Chad Gable had that coming to a pack.
All right, so Dragon Lee's not gonna. All right, I was surprised here. I mean,
Gable ate the pin. Wow.
I'm a little surprised there, but not completely surprised there.
And at least it served a purpose because now he has more heat with it.
It's more insult to injury than just getting him out of the finish, but he actually caused him to eat the pin here. Hey, that's my purse. That's WWE booking 101 nowadays. Just kick people in the nuts. It's the WWE is in the that's my purse era. All right, Penta has qualified, as we just seen the graphic there. We've got 3 names set for the men's Money in the Bank. Oh, look at these tough guys. Hey, there's another guy who's going to be wanting to add to that list. Finn Balor. He's going to be in a qualifier later on. You know what? That's exactly what I think of when, like a hardcore gang, like a crew's hanging out, playing fucking video games. Yeah, Boomhauer was a Texas Ranger.
You're back. You're back.
Yeah, but the thing with Michael is he would learn lessons. He evolved. So it's just not about the initial. You got into it's storytelling. You got to let the people evolve to teach the lessons to the audience.
And it's actually okay because Raquel's been keeping me up to date with everything that's been going on in the clubhouse while I've been gone. And some things.
Liv is already back. I heard she was going to be back sooner than later, but.
And I'll address that all, but not before I go to Adam Pearce and get myself a qualifying match for Money in the Bank. Sister, let's go.
You got it. Good luck. Chismosa. Isn't it great to have Liv tag?
Oh, it sure is.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
You gotta stop shining your neck. You gotta stop shining
You get me those duckies. It's more Carlino said the dog.
Oh.
Cesaro with an uphill battle of his life. Someday.
Here we go, pal.
Up next. Oh, yeah. This is why I'm here. This is it, baby. Come on.
Yep. Yeah, unfortunately, that certain culture, they care more about my feelings, and this offends me.
Well, it's real simple. They went to women's empowerment. Just put a woman in that position. Just cast a woman that is the inconsiderate, doesn't understand, intolerant individual.
Like Archie Bunker, that whole dude was a lesson for the viewer.
Some gave all to those who sacrificed for our better good of this country. We all say thank you. Thank you.
We got our Memorial Day salute.
It's easy to speak of sacrifice. Harder to live it. Harder to live it. But some did. On the beaches of
I can see it happening. She is under a Legends deal.
in the jungles of Vietnam. Across the deserts.
I don't know if they need her.
The mountains.
I mean, she can't keep her freaking mouth shut on social media. She was the downfall. She was the reason they were let go from the company.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, if Lana would come back, Liz, absolutely, she'd be nowhere near the in-ring, women's division. She would be that side piece, the manager, whatever, the valet, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah, there's
You
really
have
no.
got an injection of absolute talent about ready to burst onto the scene for the main roster here in the next year. You're going to see a lot of the middle of the pack get filtered out. You're going to see some of what we think are untouchable stars in that women's division get their asses filtered out. Everyone should be on alert because there are a lot of young, hungry, technically talented females ready to burst onto that scene. Now it's going to fall on creative to be able to carry that and figure out some defining characters, some great storylines, and be able to make a connection with it. One, I think, they're already completely dropping the ball on. I go off on this all the time on Smack Attack, is Tiffany Stratton. I've been beating my head against this desk, against this mic for weeks asking, why? Should we be cheering her? There are no desirable characteristics about her. She is an entitled valley girl. She is conniving. She is bitchy. She is untrustworthy. She is condescending. The only thing likable about her, from my viewpoint, is that she's got big old titties. That is it. Everything else you want to see just terrible things happen to a person like her. Terrible things. Well, really, even with those titties, I want to see terrible things happen to her, but her shirt to fall off. That is the only qualities about her. But, they continue to try to push her like a baby face, like people, there's nothing about it. So maybe at the point we're not supposed to like her. We are just supposed to be fucking jaw dropping over some titties. And that she sometimes is the lesser of the group of bitches that are in the ring. I don't know.
Or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer.
Yep, she's basically a valley girl from Saved by the Bell. Just an adult one.
Yeah, like all of them MTV shows back in the day, like The Hills, The OC, whatever the hell, all those girls, the movie The Mean Girls. Ultimately, what you want to see the payoff is that for them to get hit by a bus. That's what she represents.
Deuce, give me a bus, pal.
Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting. Which can contribute problems. Zepbound change. Discover the weight loss you could be bound for. Ask your doctor.
And inside of that, Tiffany the Champion isn't even the best in that role. As Chelsea Green, her character just runs circles around Tiffany Stratton.
She runs circles around 95% of the roster.
Right. In that women's division, Chelsea can go out there and out wrestle and tell a better story inside of the ring than almost any of them.
June 20th through the 22nd at the Javits Center. Tickets on sale now at fanaticsfest.com.
It has been quite some Memorial weekend here in Tampa for Saturday night's main event.
Tampa, Florida. Man, that puts me in the mood for a Tampa-style Cuban sandwich. Yeah, I don't think there's – never say never. She is a hot act right now in AEW, but again, I don't really see much of a need, if you're WWE, a need to sign Toni Storm. They got a lot to work with right now. They're going to have to figure out what to do with. All right, but back to it here. Come on. Don't give me some 50-50 bullshit here. Let the little guy get in his little bit of shots, think he's got an opportunity here, and then in real life fashion, the little engine that could gets absolutely destroyed. That's what we need here. All right, there we go. All right, you're coming up fired up, man. He's got that intensity. I've seen a lot of bar fights like this. Those little guys, they hulk up, rip off that shirt, and they're just running at the baddest dude the baddest dude in the club, in the bar.
Oh, wow, Tozawa.
No, and that's not what happens. Usually that little dude, that's what happens when he gets his head taken off. He runs into a brick wall a couple times, then realizes what's going to happen and shits his pants. And that right there should have killed Tozawa. That literally, he shouldn't even rolled over and straightened out. He should have just laid there, folded in half.
Yeah. The accolade now locked into Tozawa. Rusev looking to torture Tozawa here. The official doesn't get called. Right there for the
No, don't break it. Don't break the hold.
This was great. Dominating the top. Yeah, now Rusev not letting go and continues to put Tozawa here. Somebody's got to do something. The official can't separate it. Here on the apron. Wait a minute. Coming out to save the day. Fight inside.
All right, I can get down with this.
Old friends. Old adversaries. This could get good.
How about a new tag team? I just want everyone to team up because the tag team division sucks so bad.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right, I like it. Just give the tease. Give the tease. We don't need to give anything away here. All right, I like it. That's all I needed from that segment.
Like waiting for another day.
An ass kicking and a teaser of some big old heavyweights potentially throwing down. I don't know. Maybe there's more to this. Maybe these old friends have a conversation. They go get a pint later on. They get into a bar brawl with some other local Tampa Bay midgets. They crush some other people, break some other Tampa Bay fools. How do I get back there and break these two fat asses?
That's pretty much how the bar formed.
Oh, well, yeah, I've said some stupid things in my life. But, we had Cody Rhodes on our podcast. Amazing podcast.
Yeah, these guys are all right, but I would like to see them maybe get beat up right now by Rusev. Well, why would I just beat her up too?
It's on Netflix. Watch it. Talk about bad thoughts. I'll be right back.
Attention span on that one. So you bad thoughts. Tell me about that.
It's on Netflix. It's a comedy. It's a wild show where we have basically a sketch show meets Faces of Death. It's outrageous. It's crazy. It's
All right, we got the comeback here. What's a comedy spot?
No, this is not funny. This is stupid.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Might want to have that mole look at there, buddy. Hey, Q Potter, we were talking about that earlier today. I know you were there. You were in on that. All right, we got a little tag team.
All right, while they're making their entrances and going to the next inevitable commercial break, I'm going to take a quick piss break. Be right back. Whoop, whoop.
All right, man. I'll hold it down. As we got the New Day, the champs making their way into the arena. The New Day. Back again on top of the tag team division. Triple threat set to go here again. Yeah, you look at this. You look at the graphic here. Triple threat War Raiders, the New Day, American made. The brothers there, the makings the makings of what could be a decent tag division, but across the board of professional wrestling. One of the divisions has to be the best, but that's not a compliment to anybody. Tag wrestling in Western culture, in North America, absolutely dead. I don't know, man. I don't know, Ben. Yourself asking about Ben and Russo being consulting Netflix. I don't know what those good brothers got in the works backstage, man. That's above my pay grade. They might be in some contact with somebody. I know they want to try to get back in there. It's something they were pretty passionate about. They were bringing some good stuff to the table. Unfortunately, it gets lost in transition. You know, they're giving notes to the networks that go give those to the actual company, to WWE, and it goes through the creative cycle. I mean, some of the stuff that Ben, Stevie, and Mr. Russo were giving them potential to be absolute gold, but the problem is the WWE, they're smart enough to know that when a network's giving them something, don't make it work. You know, make it not work so that they can come back and be like, listen, we took your notes, but that's falling on deaf ears. The fans aren't buying that. Yeah. But again, you know, when like Raw Underground, a Fight Club, how the hell do you miss on that? An awesome opportunity. Anybody could have put that together, and they intentionally botched that. What was the Antifa group that they had?
Retribution.
Again, if you are not afraid to tell the story, to sample what's happening in society, that could have been over huge, but you got to let that story play out to teach the lesson. But immediately after week one, you got Meechin going on social. Well, we're just playing characters. That's not us. Don't hate us. Bitch, you should have been fired at that point. Gone.
I'd have fired her after that.
Immediately.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even send her a letter, a text, or anything. I just would have done it in a reply in the tweet. Best of luck in your future endeavors. But then you got probably lawsuits on your hands and shit like that.
Yeah.
Featuring the chicken tenders you always love. Plus double crunch shrimp.
Where's the boneless wings as part of that all you can eat from Applebee's?
They got riblets, man. Beat-Ups has got the boneless wings all you can eat right now.
That's right, they do.
Dude, I don't know, man. I'm not a boneless wing guy. I mean, I'll eat them if they're there. I'm old school, baby.
I prefer the bone-in ones. It's just they're just so much more expensive.
You know what? It's Pride Month. I want bone-in. Pride Month around the corner. You give me bone-in. Why is that? Why is a bone-in? Why is it so much more expensive?
I think it's a weight thing. Potentially.
Fucking
so I remember back when I worked at Pizza Hut, like in 08, 09, the bone out the boneless were more expensive than the bone in.
Right. Yeah. And then it flipped, and it was pretty much around the shutdown that all the chicken prices went fucking crazy, but the bone in went like skyrocketed. To me, a lot more flavor there in them. They're a better eat. Hey man, Pizza Hut, underrated wing. Because you guys baked them. Baked wings are where it's at.
Especially when you run them through twice.
I remember when wings were given away. I mean, basically, a lot of places were, man. I remember, like, I want to say I remember, like, dime wing night when I was a kid. Imagine that. 10 cents for a wing.
10-cent wing Tuesdays.
Yeah, right? So now, if you want to do the all-you-can-eat wings at B-Dubs, you get all-you-can-eat wings and fries. If you do boneless, it's $20. If you do traditional bone-in, it's like $25.
Yeah, which is oof.
That's a lot of fucking wings, dude.
Sure, if you can put them down, yeah, go for it.
Well, I just wanted to like get like a group of some local indie wrestlers, some heavyweights, and like go in there and just make them shit their pants. Take up like a whole table, you know, get like half a dozen of them big heavyweights around here. So yeah, we're doing all you can eat. Just keep them, just bring them by the wheelbarrow.
Netflix, 2 beers, Netflix, 2 beers, by the bullets, no done by the bullets, in between, look up, my guy, oh, look at this, matchup underway, Waka Flocka, is in Tampa Bay. The official has not started the match yet.
Yeah, I thought that one brother was Cole Cabana there for a minute, rocking that headband.
Hard in bang, Cole, and you certainly were vibing to it on the
He does kind of look like him a little bit.
Wall Street party, no hands, no hands.
Liz said she's not working that hard for such little meat. All right, guys, you got to step up your game. You want to get them digits. You want to get in that inbox with Liz. She ain't working hard for that meat.
I'm saying we going up. Yeah, he is. Oh, look at Eric now. With the 330-pound eyeball and using it. And a bowling ball.
Liz, what's the perfect foodie date night?
Tag team work by the War Raiders. Again, the New Day could lose the titles tonight. Not even needed ball. It was finally underway. Triple threat to be chaotic. Xavier Woods was incredibly disrespectful.
That's what we got to talk about that couponer at Applebee's. They just had their commercial run for the tenders, riblets, and double crunch shrimp. I'm not a big Applebee's fan, though.
Earlier, Pat, New Day saying how they're fighting.
They haven't really been relevant for like a decade.
Fighting champions. First defense, first match. They won the title back at WrestleMania. They're working all down.
One thing I'll never forget about Applebee's is like there's a viral video that went around. I think it was like CNN, like right when Russia first started striking Ukraine. Like you hear the air raid sirens going off, then immediately cuts like a picture-in-picture commercial of Applebee's.
Hey, one time at the Red Lobster, all you can eat shrimp. I put down 147 pieces of shrimp.
Damn.
Hey, it's shrimp though, bro. Hey.
When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica, who are he gets his own investigator.
Disneyland had an all-you-can-eat ribs and chicken buffet. Yeah, but you got to spend like $500 to get into Disneyland. Hey, I do like that at the theme parks, or not theme parks, but the amusement parks, where they do have those meal passes that you just get unlimited drinks and like quick food.
Pecan.
Confused?
There we go. Let's give us some foodie perfect date scenarios there.
Can't escape the doom scroll.
The cookout for a milkshake. Ways that the old ex got you. I might have to look out this cookout restaurant. I have not heard of them.
I went there a couple times. They were delicious.
So what is it, like a Dairy Queen?
No, it's like it's burgers and chicken, but it's like grilled, like barbecue grilled.
Let me cookout. I never heard of them. Yes, you can allow this time. Let me see if there's one within 100 miles of me. All right, for the closest one to me is in Frankfort, Kentucky. So they are within driving distance. I mean, a couple hours, it'd be like a day, take a trip. I could head on down to see Dr. Manbeast, Ted McNaylor, maybe take in an OVW show.
My dad and I realized the falling apart, stuff to the max. So we set up.
Oh, Liz, where the hell did you go to one of these things? There's none in Ohio.
Style and durability. Find yours at ridge.com.
Another one I went to, I think, was either like there was like Tennessee and Kentucky. like that.
They're all over Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia. Yeah, they're all over down there. Let's look at the menu. Oh, so they like smash burgers, chicken. And they got shakes and shit. So it kind of looks like a Freddy's or something.
Yeah, this is for the World Tag Team titles. It's triple threat rules. However,
Fresh shakes, burgers, and barbecue.
legally at
Woo! Come on to the cookout. They got the best combos in town.
And we've seen it continue. The fact that American made is for this alliance with the New Day.
The New Day are current tag team champions. They formed an alliance with American made.
I'm gonna look up that menu.
Looks all right. Got a little strutting. Little big Xavier here after a big leg drop off that second. Oh, boot stomp. Double stomp. Thought he was going with that leg drop. He was smarter. Don't waste your own tailbone there. Where's your partner in crime at, man? I thought the vet would be doing a little run in here with us.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of surprised he's not here tonight too.
I heard I was here holding it down. Don't want to interrupt my hot takes.
The New Day plenty of times in their careers.
Warriors were former champs.
And here comes Julius into a quick fix.
You guys are gamers. Are you into those new Doom games?
I have not had a chance to play the Doom games yet, unfortunately, the new one.
Stacking them.
That's like getting hit by. That's like getting hit by a bus. Nobody home. Julius. Nobody home. Julius, great athlete.
I know Roe of the War Raiders. He gets a lot of love in the Ohio wrestling scene, especially up north, where I live in Northeast Ohio, for all he's done for a lot of the talents up there. Big time hopeful hand in that Pennsylvania through Cleveland area, especially for Mr. Shane Taylor, that big bad son of a bitch. There we go, cold blooded saying that Vet plays it online on Twitch.
Oh, nice.
Get back to their feet the quickest. And now Brutus in full control.
Guys, so they've got a bunch of talents from about that way that I've talked to, always singing Mr. Rowe's praises. The Raw recap of the Raw review show you should not be watching, the one you should be watching, that you should be tuned into each and every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here, the Hameen Media Group YouTube channel. With that big, sexy Mr. Raymond Hernandez. And your favorite veggie mate from down under Jimmy T. They like it raw. That's the Raw review that you need to use, man. They're giving you the best insight.
I'm so convinced Jimmy's AI.
Hey, we found his burner account. Hey, I'm thinking he might be Bronson Reed. I'm seeing the similarity. Someone mentioned that earlier today that they look alike. I'm seeing it. That's why Jimmy's always sits kind of with that profile, so you can't get that head-on look of him.
And have we ever seen Jimmy T and Bronson Reed in the same place at the same time? No.
You know what? He said he was going to be here tonight. Said he was going to be on this show. Where is he? Did he have to be in Tampa for something else?
Wake up, Eric. He says it's time to go.
Here's Woods. May. Julius is now legal.
Hey, there was a hilarious story. I don't know if you guys ever heard this with Jimmy, man. I freaking die every time that he tells me this thing. But apparently, it was 4 a.m. and it was like summer going into the fall, but it's still like hot as dingo balls. That sweat down under on them dingoes just dripping off of him. But it's 4 a.m. and the wife makes him go to the convenience store to get something. So instead of like driving, he's riding his bicycle. Or down there, they call it the wheelies. He's riding his wheelie to the convenience or whatever the store they call them there. I'm getting all of my Australian talk now from Bluey, the healer dog. All right, New Day. They steal one.
They stole her. Yep.
Got the pig over. Who took it? One of the Creeds.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, New Day. The champs steal it. They're on the run. They suckered the Creeds in. They thought they were working together. Hey, it's triple threat. It's every team for themselves. All right, but those Creeds, they're as mad as these kangaroos were in this story with Jimmy. So it's like 4 a.m. I think he's high as fuck. It's hot as dingo balls out there. He's dripping sweat. And these 4 kangaroos start following him like a wild pack, man, like a mob, like they're ready to lynch him. And he's pedaling faster and faster. These fucking kangaroos are just staying on top of him the whole fucking time. Like, he's like freaking out, tripping balls. I don't even know if it's just happened in his mind that he's so high or whatever. I don't even know if he was actually going to the store, but it's fucking funny as fuck. Apparently they dispersed and took off. He survived it, but a life-threatening situation there for the dingo warrior versus the kangaroos.
Yeah, holy shit, getting chased by kangaroos that are coordinated and coming after you.
Oh, here we go. How about this for a women's tag team championship match, huh? Potential here.
Let's have a match tonight. You're on.
We getting tag or just one-on-one?
Oh boy, Lips back.
I think one-on-one.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
You got your eating suit on, pull up your eating suit on, pull up. Yes,
Yeah, let me hear you, yee. Yee. Let me hear you, yee. Yee. The movie Kangaroo Jack with Pop of the show.
Yo, what's up, Sonic and Gam? Yeah, we say yeet.
Oh, that's pretty cool, man. That's gonna make that makes a young fan's time there. Nice that they found a nice respecting young kid there instead of some cracked out weirdo kid. Heard those are pretty rampant in Tampa Bay.
Rebounded. Ain't that right, Chuck GPT? Well, top 5 for sure. What about scoring? Assists? Best TV personality?
Oh man.
New customers bet 5.
Kaz clipping stuff. I hate when he does it when he catches any one of us, but me especially here, just talking flat out shit about a talent. You don't know what that shit to get back to them. I mean, I know I'm an absolute nobody, but you never know, you know?
I knew it.
Yeah, I get back to somebody and they might get triggered and go after you.
Well, you never know, man. You might stumble into like an opportunity to do something with a company, and it's like, hey, weren't you that one that said I suck?
She's 40, you guys.
All right, and I think we're going to hit the pause button for the Raw watch along here because we got Impact Attack coming up in about 20 minutes.
Ooh, absolutely. Hey, everybody, hit those clocks, man. Make sure that you're tuned in to Impact Attack. They're going to have, I'm sure you guys got a lot of awesome conversation coming at you. And please start off with that hot topic, baby.
Your liver health journey today. I never had a source like mine.
Yeah,
All right,
pal.
everybody else, man, go look at that cookout menu. That's what I'm going to do. Reminder before we jump out of here real quick, we did have major technical difficulties. So tomorrow afternoon, I'll put an alert out on our socials. We'll get the time set. I know Ben is busy with the Russo stuff in the morning. He's responsible at Ravens Joint for open and close tomorrow. We are going to fit it in somewhere. A special Taco Tuesday record of the Monday locker room. A lot we want to talk about, a lot from this past week, a lot of the headlines, a lot of news, broken down. The only person that can give you that kind of insight, Ben Hameen, and I'm there just to facilitate, have a great time, and sit front row at a master class. So check out, make sure you got your alert set to pick up tomorrow's locker room. We run Hameen's channel or right here, Hameen Media Group, YouTube. Brandon, get us out of here.
Yeah, so about 19, 20 minutes, we'll be starting the Impact Attack. Would you like to join us, RBV?
I did a little bit. I watched a little bit of Under Siege. I don't know how much I could add to it. I might jump in with you guys. Just I'll let the vet do his thing, man. I'll let you guys do it. I'll sit back and enjoy it in the chat with everybody.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah, I love it, man. Thanks for the invite, but I'm gonna let Vet do what he does the best, the hidden gem, professional wrestling talk and podcasting. That is our very one, the only, the GOAT, the Vet.
That's the man. Vet. You're my boy, Vet.
There we go, buddy. All right, man. I appreciate it, and I will catch you Wednesday for a little Dynamite.
Sounds good, pal.
All right, man. Talk to you.
All right, see ya. Yeah, and we'll be back in about 18 minutes. Impact Attack. So go if you need to go to the bathroom, get yourself something to drink, get yourself something to eat, whatever it is you need to do. You got the time, pal. We'll be right back here. 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. Impact Attack. We'll see you then, pal. Whoop, whoop.